Hello, friends. Host Eric here, host of Talking to Famous People, and now the host of Club ENTP. Is Club ENTP an actual ENTP? It's the same thing if I ask you, is the sky blue? The answer is definitively no, it is not. Why, you might ask? Why isn't it? Because you said so. Thank you, Rachel. Not only that, but because it's clearly green. And even though Club ENTP mirrors all my unconscious behavior and does things like take over the frame, like I do that, of course, yes, in similar situations, but he's either doing it through SI or TE or the fact that he's just such a huge super fan of mine. He's assimilated my identity of greatness. He's only acting exactly like an ENTP. What? LSS? Sure, there's a chance that he's acting exactly like an ENTP because he is one, but let's not talk about that. Have you guys seen the views this guy is bringing my channel? He was right. We need controversy to get record views. I clearly need to bring him back onto the show to ask him more TI questions to make sure he's not an ENTP. It may take a few times of him coming onto the show, but as long as we ask him enough questions, maybe he will start displaying some SE or TE behaviors so we can conclude that I am the only ENTP on YouTube. Ah. Clearly, I am the only ENTP on YouTube. No, Boba Fett, I know I said he was an ENTP and it was obvious to me instantly, but I know it was like looking into a mirror, but this guy's so obsessed with me, he copies his entire show after mine. So it's the same exact show, except he spent 120 hours putting in a laugh track. I am my own laugh track. He'll probably steal the set and use it on his own because he doesn't have an original bone in his body. So he has to copy everything I do. No, LSS. He is not funny. Okay, if he's so funny, why doesn't he laugh at all of his own jokes like I do? I know, LSS, I said he tries to copy everything I say and do, but he can't match my humor. I mean, how many 50-year-old men do you know that play with naked dolls on the internet for a living? No, there's nothing funny about him. I know you're a lamb. I laughed a few times because he caught me off guard with a couple of good ones, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. No, horse whisperer. It's not right once a day and once at night. That's simply a horrible argument. A clock is only right 2 times every 24 hours. Period. Everybody knows that. I said a broken clock. What are you, deaf? Yes, I am always right, all the time. Gosh. I know I couldn't answer a simple fox chicken rice TI test, but I'm more special than him because I scored 31 out of 32 sevens once. I know I didn't show anybody. You should just believe me because I'm an ENTP and we never lie. Horse whisperer, it's a figure of speech. I didn't lie, you poopy pig face. LSS, would you stop arguing with me that Club ENTP is an obvious ENTP? I need to interview him at least 6 more times before I can determine that he certainly is not an ENTP. Who wants to help me form a panel of judges to determine that he's not an ENTP? Anybody out there? Good. You? All right. All right, we'll set this up. Yes, LSS, I agree he's pulling off a perfect display of NE on steroids. He even fooled me, and I'm the self-proclaimed greatest typologist the world has ever seen. And so he definitely he's definitely using the different cognitive functions, though, to do it. What don't you understand, LSS? Gosh. Bubble Fett, I didn't let him steal the show. I let him borrow it for an hour. What's wrong with you people? Gosh. Yes, Winston's mom, he might be an ISFJ. That's what I said right after I typed him as an ENTP. But I'm getting way too many views to just hand over the coveted title of ENTP. Plus his channel makes mine look like doggy doo-doo. That's why I started playing with dolls on my shorts channel. It's gonna be way bigger than this shit show. Alright, I admit his music is pretty good if you like polished music with good levels and dynamic vocals and thought-provoking lyrics, but my music is way better. You check this out. Listen to this. Lousy day in Los Angeles. Drowsy day, but I'm so jealous. Hello friends, it's host Eric, but I'm mostly a derelict, dick, and a brick, and a meow. Lousy day in Los Angeles. Drowsy day, but I'm so damn pissed at that host who's trying to be me. Just didn't know there could be only one ENTP, and it's me. And now I gotta pee. I gotta find a can. I gotta stand. Oh man. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Gotta get some of that water. I used to have a drinking problem, but now I only drink the best coffee. Pool Cafe. Where was I? Anyway. Where were we? Hey, Rachel, make me a sandwich. All right. What are you guys writing here? What do you mean my music sounds like it was recorded in a bathroom? What's wrong with that? No, he's not a meta actor. He's not that clever. He would have had to have been buttering my biscuit for over a year for him to, get me to let him onto the show. I think he genuinely loves me. I mean, what's not to love? And I like the guy. Okay, I like, but he's not an ENTP. No, Winston's mom, he wasn't mocking me. He didn't come onto the show to make fun of me. I can instantly spot a bullshit artist, since I am the biggest one that ever lived. If he's a meta actor, it didn't work, because everyone knows you have to reveal, and if you don't reveal to the audience that it was a joke, that they've been bamboozled, then it doesn't work. And so he clearly didn't do that. So no, you're wrong. He can't be that calculating. Well, yes, LSS, ENTPs are extremely calculating. Okay. But since he's not an ENTP, then he's not a meta actor, so he was here under genuine terms, so it was sincere, therefore he is probably a feeler. No, LSS, I am the arbiter of all that's true, and it is our responsibility to bring down all those that we determine are mistyped, because we have the moral high ground, especially if they're ENTPs. Only we can be right, and so we need to go out as the army of truth, the knights that say nay, and harass these ENTP content creators so they don't take away views from this channel. If you want to see what a real ENTP is, look at me. Do not look at Club ENTP. Look here. I am the only ENTP on the internet. There could be only... Okay, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. What can I say? I had to put on an act for so long. I can't keep this up. I had to build Eric's trust for an entire year, because I knew that he was too self-absorbed and narcissistic to ever trust me enough to let me onto his show. And I knew that he would attack me harder than he attacks all the other MBTI content creators, because, well, I'm more of a threat to him. And I even invited him to spend time on my ranch to build his trust, because, you know, I figured he was probably lacking in management skills to ever drive 12 hours north. And I was right. So, yeah. And there you have it. So now it's time for the big reveal. So I'm going to go shave and, well, actually, no, I'll just do this. Hey, you like the new place? Awesome. Well, host Eric, you got played. And the way this was supposed to happen is we should have been on your show streaming live with me in control of the Zoom meeting, of course, so that I could tell you and the world that you are not an example of a good ENTP. You are a perfect example, however, of a highly unhealthy individual who is highly destructive to yourself, your girlfriend, her family, and highly suggestible viewers such as young, impressionable minors who could end up with jello brain just like you from huffing inhalants. So your mouth must be stopped. The curtain must be pulled back. You've tried to destroy MBTI content creators on YouTube with reckless abandon and total disregard for the livelihood of these creators who just want to bring MBTI to the world. You are setting back the MBTI community, but I will use this to perpetuate truth and expose your fraud and mind control to the rest of the world. Some of your subscribers are so suggestible that they believe every lie you said about me not being an ENTP, when you yourself have no doubt in your mind that I'm 100% ENTP, so much so that you were laughing about it. I recorded us for over 2 hours on Zoom. You only let your audience see half of that video, that interview. So just remember that. And host Eric, I don't think so. We're gonna have to change that, son. You are anything but a host. Do you know the meaning of hospitality? No, you didn't even introduce me on your show. You never told anyone my name during the entire show. You never gave me, any kind of recognition towards my channel, or people should check it out. Nothing like that. And then you gave me unsolicited criticism about my show that I spend 120 hours per episode to create, unlike your train wreck. I'm sorry, train wrecks. Not fair, I know. But what host ever does that during a collaboration? Like, who? Show me one example of them tearing down the other person's work. I've never seen it, but I knew you'd do that. You knew this was a collaboration, but you didn't even put a link to my channel. Like any other YouTuber would. It's common decency, but no, you have no common decency. You are a player hater, and you're hostile towards me. You made video after video attacking my show, my talent, my personality, when you knew all along that I am an ENTP. I let you believe that we were going to go on this ride in controversy, ride that algorithm all the way to the top, but I knew you wouldn't play fair. You set up a trap to discredit me. Well, guess what? Turns out you swallowed the pill. I am the Trojan horse that you let into your fortress, your stronghold. And I came to destroy what you created because you misrepresent Christianity. You blaspheme the name of God regularly on your channel. You misrepresent what a good ENTP is. You have low creativity, and you look like you've never worked a day in your life. You know nothing about integrity or suffering. You've lived your life in a bubble of privilege and protection while hiding behind the label of Christianity. So today is a day of reckoning. I'm reckoning your channel, I'm reckoning your reputation, I'm reckoning your place in the MBTI community. You are hereby known as the bastard child of MBTI. I will make it my mission to make that stick. So I've suffered watching his stupid show for over a year, siphoning off his audience one by one. I never watched any of his typing of anyone. I could not even stand the mind-numbing, painful, cringy, time spent watching him, piss in a can off camera, farting and taking a dump, like while holding a live chat. It's really cringy. He has the audacity to actually say that my show is unrefined, yet his is refined. I find that laughable. Refined into what? Dog food? When you told your viewers that I was not funny and that I was not an ENTP and you wouldn't listen to my music on your playlist, and your music is so much better than mine and you're so much funnier than me, you went above and beyond what normal human beings would do to a fellow YouTube creator, let alone a fellow ENTP. But the good news is I am a meta actor. Yes, some of your audience was correct. They knew that this was an F job. So you got served, sir. Yes. And the good news for me is I no longer have to play this role where I kiss your ass anymore and have to watch your cringy, stupid ass show just to pretend like I actually pay attention to it, which I don't. But of course, it was all for the effect. This experience has really given me a deeper understanding of the walk of Yeshua, my Christ, who was rejected by his own people. Eric is like the Pharisees and the Sadducees of the Sanhedrin. They say they wanted the Messiah, but when he came, they crucified him. And now Eric says that he wants an ENTP his age, and here I am. And now he attacks me. He attacks my show, and he attacks my humor, and he attacks my identity. Wow, you got me, didn't you? No, you thought you did. You didn't. I got you. And it's all in perfect ENTP fashion, too. A creative ENTP, not a jello brain. Eric, you attacked Melissa for deleting comments on her social media and claimed that ENTPs would never do that. But you yourself block anyone that disagrees with you. In one case, a woman who dared disagree with you and defended me as an obvious ENTP. She disagreed with you and said that I was funny and my humor was over your head, and she knew that I was effing with all of you. So you called her the C word, and then the B word. And then you reduced her down to her period, claiming that the only reason she must be disagreeing with you is because you must be on your period. It's disgusting. You owe her an apology and everyone you disrespected for simply disagreeing with you. You also have shadow blocked me in my comments when I remind you that I was supposed to appear live, remember that, on your show with a panel of 3 people to test my TI after Sleepy Week? Well, it's been over a week since Sleepy Week has been over, and you haven't answered my emails back. You haven't replied to them. You're not asking when we can set up a test. You may or may not have let me back onto your show. At this point, it really doesn't matter. This is being pre-recorded in advance. I see now that you may have changed your mind. Maybe you don't want to let me back onto your shitty show, and that's fine. You may have realized that your trap may backfire, and you do have NE buried somewhere in that jello brain of yours. So regardless how Eric responds, I play in 4D chess. And I play to win. I win because truth is always the winner, and I'm on the side of truth. Anyways, Frank James, if you're out there, I would be happy to allow you to test me on your show. Do it live if you like.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
Well, no. We'll do it live!
That would be fun. While you're at it, could you test Melissa Talks? I'm sure she would be happy to have Frank James type her, because we know you have 1 million subscribers. I have 333 as of this day. I am just getting started, and I am no threat to you, but I assure you, host Eric, or the bastard child of the MBTI community, has it out for me and is not going to play fair. And I know for a fellow content creator, you can appreciate when someone attacks you, as he's attacked you. So I'm asking, if you're not obviously watching this, if there's someone else that could pass this along to Frank James and say, hey, get this guy on the show, test him, test his TI. Actually use Cloverleaf to test me for just my type, and let's put an end to this bastard child of the MBTI community. Put him where he belongs, on his little shorts channel playing with little naked Barbies, okay? Go away, you creepy guy, and let people who are creating content honestly and for entertainment and educational purposes be regarded as someone that is trying to make the world better, and we're not trying to get rich. I don't make any money on this, and I work 120 hours a week trying to make shows for people who will then obviously criticize me for being another ENTP. That's enough. I just want to say that this is Daparu de Crusha from Club ENTP, the real host of Club ENTP, and I'm not going to change that name for any knights that say nay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.